That's not how the Force works.
I don't care.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing the movie. There's one scene that sticks out, and it probably sticks out for everybody, which is that, have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
What are you talking about?
Put a chick in it and make her name it gay!
G'day guys and welcome back to Casual Rage. Prepare to start the show, R2. This is where the fun begins. Yo! And welcome to Casual Rage 259, where we casually rage out about the topics of the week. I was a little bit behind today, slept in a little bit too much, but it's okay. We're here, we're live, I've got my coffee, and we're ready to go. How you all been doing? I wasn't here last week. I'm sorry, I took a week off, or a day off, I should say. I needed to get some stuff done, so I thought, instead of trying to run around and, get everything done in the heat of fucking craziness, I thought I'd just take a break and just get everything that I need to get done. But we are here today. So we got a little bit, obviously, to catch up on from last week. We got some Supergirl stuff to talk about. Yes, we do have Star Wars news in the title. However, the Star Wars news is really just recapping the end of The Mandalorian, in which case the end of Star Wars, really. What else do we have? We got some Odyssey news, and they dropped a trailer, finally. And we know who Ellen Page. You know what I find really funny about the whole Elliot Page thing? Is like Ellen Page, with the way, obviously, that's spelled differently. I know that there's different spellings for boy Alan and girl Alan, but they're both like, it's an interchangeable name almost. And then, of course, Elliot, that could almost be an interchangeable name too. Although, Elliot probably more so a boy's name than a girl's name, but even still, it's fucking retarded. And we've got some, a little training montage from Elliot that we're just going to take a look at. I am going to talk a little bit about House of the Dragon. I've been watching that, and I don't know how. I don't know. We'll go through it. I just don't know how to feel about it. I'm a little bit annoyed by it, to be fair. And we've got Angry Joe shit to catch up on from last week, rolling into this week. That dude. I was going to do a video, and I probably should have done a video because 3 years ago, I've got it here. He came after me in one of my videos. What was the video on? Hold on a second. I can't even remember. I think it was Ahsoka. Yeah, it was Ahsoka. We were reviewing Ahsoka. So I am fully expecting The Mandalorian and Grogu to end up on Disney Plus within probably. I know that, and I don't know, but I know that they've got like certain contracts of certain amounts of time that they need to be in theaters for and stuff like this. We're what, 5? I think we're on our 5th week of The Mandalorian being in theaters. And my understanding, or from what I've heard on the grapevine, it's got to be there for 90 days. That's still another, you're not even halfway there yet. I don't know why he's in the stairwell and it's echoing up through the stairwell. Can you hear him? Let's see who we've got here in the chat. We got Ben, late and gay. Yeah, I was a little bit late. I'm sorry. How you doing? Brother Crore? I don't know. I am retarded. Remember that. The 9th. How you doing? I have an account now. I can finally be here in the chat. They're awesome. Well, good to have you. Nice to get an account. It's always awesome. Like, if you've been sitting, I remember when I this is going back fucking 2018, 2019, when I was first watching Jeremy, coming to you with another video. And the Phantom Menace was like a thing and stuff like that. I didn't have an account for ages. And then when I got one, it was good. We got the great Mike Hill. I do have seals of the week, Mike, but if you've got anyone, like any specific tweets, let me know. And it doesn't even need to be Disney or Star Wars related, because Angry Joe's getting a nomination this week for just being a seal of the week, not just a Disney seal. It doesn't just need to be Disney seals anymore. Caleb, how you doing? Ray John, good to see you. Can't wait to see who wins Shill Award. Well, here it's the Seal Award, but same shit, different smell. Nice, let's fucking go. How you doing, Ferrafima? Yes, I think that we're a little bit too few today because, look, I'm obviously not the biggest channel. Like I'm a very, very small channel in the grand scheme of things, and obviously not streaming last week. I think the main thing with a channel at, let's say, 4,500 subscribers is consistency. And that's the one thing that I'm probably not really great at. And I can be better. I know that I can actually do it. It's a lot of time, it's very time consuming. No, that's the intro that I've had for a long time now. Although I get copyrighted now every time. It used to be Skirmitar made that intro for me, and he used to, because when we did the full Aussie, we used to give him a little bit of money, and obviously, he had money that went into his pocket, but I believe that he sometimes used some of that money to pay to use like music and stuff like that, and he was paying to use the music that I had for my intro. But now that we don't do that anymore, obviously, which is fair enough, he stopped paying that little fee or whatever it was. And now I get copyrighted every time I use that intro, which is a little annoying. Because it's like the entire stream could be completely fine and be monetized and everything, but just that intro. Anyway, Soul Assassin, I see you. Laughing Man, how you doing, Laughing Man? Good to see you. Nuisance Bird, caw. How are you? Yeah, Lazy Rage. Yeah, that's right. I overslept. It's my day off, and I I do like to sleep in a little bit, but I slept in just too much and I didn't set an alarm or anything. I guess I needed the sleep. Bags under your eyes are worse than quarterings. Yeah, I don't know. Man, I've had that for a long time. And I used to think like, okay, maybe it's something to do with my health, but I don't know. I don't like, maybe it's smoking. I don't know. I don't think I'm quite as bad. I don't think I've got the raccoon look with the fucking dark hair, which I fucking hate. But like he's got like a huge extra bag under his eye. I don't think I'm quite as bad. It's still bad though. GT Weber, I see you. How you doing? Let's see. I got this. George Lopez says Nolan's The Odyssey is retarded. Well, we're going to look at the trailer. I haven't seen, like, obviously I've seen that they came out with the trailer, but I haven't watched it yet. Came out while I was asleep. Rhino needs some Aussie brand coffee. G'day, Andy. I see you. All right, let's get into it, shall we? Let's get into it. I think I've pretty much said hello to most people. I have. Damn, 5 weeks already? Yeah, 5 weeks already. Let's go into that actually, so that we can just get it out of the way, get this Star Wars crap out of the way. Let me just confirm that actually. Charles, please, I'm in the middle of streaming. You're not making it very easy for me. That's not right, is it? Hang on 1 second. Can you go over there, please, instead of... Thank you. What was I doing? Oh, that's right. So it was the 21st, 22nd of May sort of thing. So is it only 5 weeks? Let's see. 20 that weekend. So just count weekends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're past its sixth weekend. So if it does need to be in there for 90 days, basically we're at its halfway point sort of thing, around its halfway point. But like, I don't even know. 2 weeks ago, we bought this up and it just broke over, I believe. It was after its third or fourth weekend or something like that. And it just cracked the $300 million mark. Two weeks later, it's what, made an additional $10 million sort of thing. And no one's talking about it. No one cares about Star Wars anymore. No one, like, it's funny. One of my managers at work mentioned that he was going to take his boys to go and see The Mandalorian and Grogu this weekend, I think. And I just said to him, I don't know, the kids might like it. I don't know whether or not you will or not. We've talked about a couple of things, and there's a little bit of agreement, I think. But like, there's so many people still out there that I don't know whether or not it's that they don't care that it doesn't make sense. It's that they just don't see that it doesn't make sense. They don't connect, that they don't really connect the dots, like any of the people coming out of this movie, The Mandalorian and Grogu, and saying, "Oh my god, the plot was incredible, the story was incredible," like the only question that I could then ask is, what plot are you talking about? Tell me, give me a description of what the plot is and how it actually ties in. Now, yeah, look, they might go and say, oh, Mandalorian needs to find this person. The only way to find this person is to go and help the Hutts because the Hutts know who the person is. But then, like, if they tell me that that's the plot, like, I would have to then push back on that and say, hang on a second. But what about all the conveniences that happened to get there? It wasn't like there were any actions that the characters or anyone made that changed the way that this was going to go. It's not good, obviously. Okay, Sean, I see you. Angry Sparrow. Cowboy Diesel, I see you. And Danny, how you doing? So, look, no one's talking about Star Wars now. It fell off a cliff. It died after literally, 2 or 3 weeks. It hit the $300 million mark. It plateaued. I mean, it was plateauing a little bit before it crossed over the $300 million mark. But anyway, it plateaued. And now nobody's talking about it. Nobody cares. But it's still crazy to me to think that there's people out there that are saying, oh, we're not paying attention to The Mandalorian and Grogu. The Mandalorian and Grogu isn't how we can judge where we are with Star Wars right now. We got to wait until we get something that isn't even. And this is the other crazy part about that too, is that when you think about it, so they're telling us that we need to wait for Starfighter. Starfighter is supposed to be not even connected to anything or anything. Now, from some of the rumors that have been out there and some of the things that we've been hearing, there's a possibility, I believe, that Rey Palpatine could be in the end of the movie, like as a cameo or a connection to the next part of the story. Good on you, Dave Filoni. I'm glad that you're just continuing the same lines and narratives that Kathleen Kennedy created, destroying George Lucas' Star Wars more and more as you go. Well done. But okay, so if that's what we've got to wait for, I don't understand how that makes any sense whatsoever when you've had 3 seasons of The Mandalorian, a build-up. You do have, whether or not we like it or not, you do have a fan base backing and supporting and behind The Mandalorian, and mainly I was about to say the Grogu. Grogu. And Alec Baldwin's finger, I see you. But we've had 3 seasons. I mean, you may as well say, oh, we've got to see how Ahsoka does, Ahsoka season 2 does, to wait and see. And what happens when we get to Ahsoka season 2 and Starfighter and they both crash and burn and bomb? And people are laughing about, like, you know, I have no doubt that you're going to have the same people out there constantly reviewing like things like Ahsoka season 2. Oh, just the thought of that makes me think, like, what the fuck are they going to do to Thrawn? What more could they possibly do to Thrawn? True? Yes, I agree that the amount of people that go and see the movie, it would have definitely performed better at the box office if it came out after season 2. You had all the hype after Luke Skywalker, which died as well, and people now look back on that with like cringe eyes. Look back at some of their own reactions with cringe eyes. But we shouldn't share our emotions, right, Theory? But then continue to suck Dave Filoni's cock. Yes, it would have performed better. But if they had have come out with this exact same movie after season 2, I swear it still would have flopped. Because right now, word of mouth is bigger than anything else. Word of mouth, okay, yes, if let's say we're talking about Supergirl, right? Supergirl, whether or not Millie Alcock says the things that she says on the interviews and stuff like that, whether or not she actually comes out and says those things or not, people go and see this movie, realize that it's boring as hell, people are falling asleep, there's no real story, it's annoying, it's cringeworthy, it's full of messaging, it is a woke garbage trash movie. The word of mouth still gets out there to the point where it stops people from going to see it. Now, yes, those people out there that say, they don't have the power to control people. They don't. What they do have the power to do, though, is that when a person who's doing this, a content creator, whether it be somebody as big as Gary or somebody as small as myself, right? When we've had, let's say, the last 10 years of these people, the audience members, fans, whatever you want to call yourselves, agreeing with our takes constantly. And then they might go and see it. And then they come out of it and be like, oh, that was so shit. That was so bad. What, I can think of this and this and this and why it was so bad. But and then they watch somebody and it's like, yeah, and there's this and this and this and this as well. And then they're like, yes, that's exactly what they connect with it because they feel the same way. It's not like we're sitting here saying, oh, this is full of messaging and blah, 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 blah. Fucking be a fucking misogynistic piece of shit. Ugh. It's the entertainment's bad. And everybody's seeing it. But anybody who's not seeing it, saying, I will wait and see what some of the people out there that I trust say about it first before I go and waste. And some people have been showing how much it costs to take their family to the movies these days, $200, shit like that. Instead of wasting money on something that I don't know whether or not I'm actually going to like. And this is where, I think about the Odyssey as well. Right? Yeah, Nolan's as big as Nolan is. But there's some serious mistakes being made in this movie. We'll get to that, though. I just wanted to quickly point out, though, that Project Hail Mary will be on Prime Video this Friday. So if you didn't get an opportunity to see it, I still personally think it is the movie of the year. Out of all the movies that I've seen, and I haven't seen all of them, I've never watched, I haven't watched any of those YouTuber movies, the ones that the YouTubers did, Obsession or Backrooms, or there was a third one. I don't even know what it's called. But yeah, if you didn't get a chance to see Project Hail Mary, when it comes out on Prime, if you've got an account or whatever, do yourself a favor and watch it. I think it's a really, really good movie and I enjoyed it. Cheers, Rhino. Cheers. My mother isn't a huge fan of DC, and she said Supergirl was very tedious. It was awful. Yeah. Yep. And I bet you your mother, actually, I can't say that, but did she see any of the Millie Alcock stuff? Her saying that she doesn't want, what was it, Republican dads or something to come and see her movie? The fact that this character is what, queer-coded sort of thing. And this is the thing, and we're going to get into, Grizzy did a couple of videos on Supergirl, and we're going to watch a couple of them today. But before we do, Rasco won for $10 says cheers. Cheers, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
What's that?
Oh, Mozza, read that.
Mozza, don't let the American bitch.
Did you just fart?
Yes, I did. Tell you what to do.
I think it's bedtime, Mozza.
Question mark.
I think it's bedtime for Mozza. That's the type of videos that we watch on fucking Happy Hump Day.
I gotta pee. Oh my god.
Thank you, Rasco. I appreciate it. She did see it. And she said, what a bitch. This is the thing, though, is that and we've seen this. This is another thing that we all see constantly, is that they preemptively start attacking on a certain narrative, like the man and all of that kind of thing, so that when it does flop and when it does perform badly, they've got somebody to blame. They've got an excuse. They've got somebody to go after. I was watching Grizzy earlier today, and he was watching a stream with Screen Crush, and there was another dude on there that Grizzy covers, another dude, and this chick on there. And through a super chat or something, the whole controversy with Millie Alcock sort of got brought up. And her thing was just that, it was just that Millie said that she knew that these things were going to happen. She knew that the men were going to come after her. It's like, hang on a second. That's not even where it started with her. It started with her. And it also, this is the crazy thing too, is that if the studios don't want these actual things to succeed and not fail, you know what they need to do? They need to stop inviting these retarded journalists, entertainment journalists, to these red carpets. Asking stupid questions that aren't even relevant. There's not even any underlying queer coding. There's no messaging in this that Millie could go both ways. There's other stupid, retarded stuff on top of that. But as soon as that gets mentioned on the red carpet, you are turning the audience off. They don't want to see that crap. And then she says, if you're pissing off the right people, then you're doing the right thing, or something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing again. So if you're pissing off the majority of your audience that you've got that's supposed to be coming to this, how can you expect it to do any good? Even if the movie was good and you promote it this way, how can you expect it to be any good? People are still going to wait. People are still going to put their money on hold for a second and say, oh, hang on. You know, what I'll do is let me go and see what Critical Drinker has to say. Let me go and see what Gary has to say. Let me see what Ryan has to say. Let me see what Jeremy has to say. Whoever your favorite streamer, YouTuber, whatever is. What did Epic Mike have to say? What did Beardo have to say? Geez, it's almost this resounding like everybody has maybe a slightly different take, but it all comes back to the same point as this is just a really shitty, bad movie. You know, and it's going back to like Angry Joe and stuff like that. Like, you know, Ryan made a really good point on FNT. Are you the gayest host of this stream ever? Probably, because I'm the only one. Ryan made a really good point that, like, okay, so Angry Joe, people were giving Supergirl shit based on the trailers, based on things that they'd seen, based on things that James Gunn had said, based on things that Millie Alcock had said in regards to this movie. We're not allowed to judge that, but you, on the other hand, are allowed to sit there and watch these things and hear what these people have said and praise the shit out of it. I'm slightly confused because there's a double standard in there. Oh, but see, our hatred is coming from a place of, oh, man. Okay. Let me put it to you like this. With something like Star Wars and The Mandalorian and Grogu, I think a lot of people, all the people that I just mentioned, including myself, Grizzy, fucking Melvin, Star Wars Marvel purist, you name it, right? All went into The Mandalorian and Grogu hoping that it would just be shit and it would flop and it would fail. Now, you go back 5-10 years ago, maybe, and we don't have those same feelings. We actually kind of wanted it to be good, and it turned out to be bad, right? Now it's gotten to a point where that something like Star Wars is so far removed from what Star Wars actually is that it's unrecognizable as Star Wars, so nobody cares, and that's why they're like, good. I'm glad that it fucking tanked. I'm glad that this is a shit fucking movie. Because you've lost all your creativity. Now, this is the thing. With something like Supergirl, I'm sure, well, you know, you speak to a lot of these people that are criticizing James Gunn's DCU, right? And most of them, when James Gunn first got announced, they were kind of excited. It's a bit like when Disney took over Star Wars, right? Everybody was excited. We were going to get Star Wars like on a more consistent basis. Everybody was fucking excited. So to now be like, oh, it's because you've shown where you're going, you've shown what you're doing, you've shown what the entertainment is actually for, where it pops out in the culture in regards to the messaging and stuff like that. It's now a platform. We don't care. We don't care. We don't want that. It's boring. And you know the wildest thing is, like, remember with The Last Jedi and stuff, and they said, oh, give it 10 years and people will start to realize that it's a masterpiece. No, and the reason why those things aren't happening, and it won't happen with something like Supergirl or anything like that, is because they're no longer timeless. They're no longer timeless. You're actually putting them into a time capsule. That these movies are only going to be relevant as long as this shit stays relevant. Not that it's relevant on the case of a good thing. I'm just saying if it's out there and, like, you know, the woke shit. It's like the yo-yos at school compared to fidget spinners and stuff like that. They're fads. They're phases. Once the phase is done, the movies that they created within this time span are fucked. There's no masterpiece. There's no art. There's no ongoing moral story within it that you can take at any point of your life. Angry Joe thinks what? He's the arbiter of, like, dude, just because you got 3 million subscribers, and again, I don't care about that. Like, people talk about like punching down and stuff like that. Yeah, I could argue the fact that when I did my Ahsoka, and I'll show you the comment, when I did my Ahsoka video and he showed up in the comments that he was punching down or whatever, he's well within his right to have his opinion. But again, like, and we'll get to it. Let me bring this up, actually. So Shad clipped this out and basically made this because it shows basically his hypocrisy, right? So I didn't watch Barbie, and obviously it's not for me. But I also didn't really pay attention. The only thing that I sort of paid attention to around that time was the Oppenheimer and how both movies were actually doing really well. Let's take a look.
Yeah, there's certain people that are gonna go fucking crazy. Whole point of this! Did you miss the whole fucking point? And
Then mind you, he's having a fucking spaz attack after he just went after everybody for saying that this is going to be shit and this is why and blah, 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 blah. He just went after everybody. He goes and sees it and he thinks that it's shit and he goes fucking spurging.
don't be those people. It just makes you look embarrassing.
No!
It just makes you look embarrassing. My man, to actually go to this film and get that upset over it. These motherfuckers! Whole point of this! Yeah, there's certain people that are gonna go fucking crazy, and don't be those people. Did you miss the whole fucking point? It just makes you look embarrassing. It just makes you look embarrassing. Please go out and support it.
I can't get over that. I can't get over just the recap on that. Where is it? Oh, this one. Go out and support your boy.
I am looking forward to it, and I hope it does well. Please go out and support it. Please go out and support it. Go out and support your boy, okay? You go out.
Hit the Alex's face, the cringe, and then you watch their review of it, and both of these two are just like, Joe, maybe you guys should just take a little bit of a break. Maybe
you're supporting what your boy likes and making me happy. Okay, I am looking.
Go and see it to make your boy happy. And he got roasted for that too. People were coming in saying like, "Oh, you told me to go and see this. It was shit. Can you give me my money back?" Haven't watched Angry Joe in years. I haven't really watched him. Like, he pops up like this. He pops up every now and then. I used to watch Angry Joe every now and then. I think it was more so after this that I stopped sort of watching him. So this was my Ahsoka review. This was out in 2000. So this was the post in 2023. September 21, 2023. Bro, calling everything retarded, question mark. What are you, 12? What a waste of time. Sorry, it's actually really small and my eyes are, hang on, let me put my glasses on. Let's see if that actually makes, I should be wearing my glasses more often. That is actually a little bit better. Well, you would think so. Fucking hell. Your feigned, what a waste of time. Your feigned outrage at literally every beat of this stellar episode is beyond cringe. So the episode is, it looks like the one where Sabine finally meets up with Ezra. Now, this is the thing. This show was full of constant retarded decisions made by Thrawn, made by Ahsoka, made by Sabine, made by Ezra. So many things. Like, even when Sabine goes to give Ezra a lightsaber and Ezra goes, no, I'm okay. I don't need it. Like, all of that, there's so much retardedness in it. Where was I? You came into this wanting to hate it, which is so painfully obvious. Not a single positive. Not a single positive from you here. You are literally the internet meme of that kind of Star Wars fan. Face plant. You know, you could have used the emoji, but okay, you had to type it out. I feel a bit gross after watching. No wonder Disney may ignore feedback with crap like this out there. Lighten up, mate. So that was him coming after me for my opinions on Ahsoka. And the thing is that Ahsoka is retarded. And like, if Ahsoka was good, if The Acolyte was good, if, let's say, Mandalorian Season 3 was good and stuff like that, maybe Star Wars is in a slightly better place, and maybe The Mandalorian and Grogu actually does better. But yes, the entire show was so retarded. There is nothing that, and I wouldn't take back any of what I said about the Ahsoka series or Star Wars for that matter. And me calling everything retarded. Sorry, look, I think I've got a bit of cat hair close to my mouth here. It's fucking annoying me. Me calling everything retarded was probably based on the fact that it was one retarded thing happening after another, and I've got no other way to just no other word really to describe what I was seeing. Other than saying that was retarded. Oh my God, that was retarded. So, again, I don't care that a person who's like, I would care more if, let's say, he was to do the whole telling all his people to come after me sort of thing. Tell this guy how wrong he is, blah, 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 blah. I'd be more pissed, and, you know, that's punching down when you do shit like that. Him just saying this and just leaving it at that, it's fine. Although, I think, hold on a second. Oh, that's right. Because then I think he blocked me straight after that. Yeah. So he writes that post and then blocks me immediately. So I just said, Angry Joe, what kind of a bitch ass pussy writes a comment and blocks straight away so I can't reply? Run away straight away. I feel sorry for you. The fact that your brain can register. I fucking misspelled. Can't register the obvious problems with this show, and you're just like every other Disney Star Wars seal. Seal clapping. So that was Angry Joe being a pussy when he came after me. And like, again, he got 3 million subscribers. What are you afraid of? Me responding to you? Pussy. Fucking pussy. And I don't think he's let up either. I gotta be real. I haven't really been paying much attention to him over this last week. I believe that he's still sort of going, but oh my God, why is my phone going? Why does it always fucking nothing? And then I can start streaming and fucking call after call after call. Come on now. All right, let's take a look at some of these clipped out parts from Grizzy. Although we are going to watch that. Maybe we'll leave that. No, let's watch it. Because we'll watch the video anyway, but these are some of the responses to either the criticisms towards Supergirl. Like, this is the crazy thing, is that, yeah, all the Friday Night Tights guys, they didn't like it. And they talked about what they didn't like. They've gone on multiple different streams, many of them here and there and everywhere. And they've talked about what they what they have liked and what they haven't liked and stuff like that. There's not too much to actually like, because normally in such a bad movie, the things that you start to say that you like are the visuals and the music and stuff like that. But Supergirl doesn't even have that going for it. So it's just bad all round, right? But instead of these people contradicting their criticisms of it, they blindly, because they actually don't listen, they blindly think that the criticism is embedded in misogyny and is embedded in racism, sexism, blah, 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 that that's all they've got to go on, and making that argument doesn't stick anymore. So they've just got to go to name calling and stupid shit.
Look at all these disgusting.
Do you have audio? Let me just make sure. It doesn't take me long.
Look at all these disgusting nerdrotic. Jeremy, this is from a channel called Geeks and Gamers. This guy, Ryan Kinnell, RK Outpost, these three are like mega incels. God, I just wish.
See, because like incel doesn't mean anything anymore. Again, they hijack words and start using them where they don't actually fit and they don't actually have meaning. And now the word means nothing. Because I believe that all three of those people that he's just mentioned, and I know that most of the people on this panel are actually either married with kids, been in plenty of relationships. Well, I don't know that with some of them, but you know, it's like, it means nothing now to call these people incels. I get called an incel. Well, Ryan, if the shoe fits.
Are like mega incels. God, I just wish I could like just kind of smack them in the face.
Oh, violence!
Smack their single fucking virgin asses in the fucking face.
It sounds like he's projecting like his own issues and problems.
You disgust me. Look at all these disgusting nerdrotic. Jeremy, this is.
So instead of instead of spouting the things that he liked to combat the things that they disliked, you're just a bunch of incels, and I wish I could slap you guys across the face. Now, this is the thing. There are people that literally just talk on the internet, and there are people that would actually, like, okay, the best example that I could give is myself. I said, and I know that I've once said this, and it was before I went to LA Comic-Con. I said, if I was to ever see these people in the street, I don't think I would be able to help myself but go over and actually say something. Now, ask Anna. She was with me at LA Comic-Con. We were walking along, and I saw Sawyer off in the distance. And I pointed it out to her, and I'm like, man, I want to go over and say something. But, you know, it was a little bit away, and we were going off in a different direction. We were trying to stick together as a group. Didn't want to really, you know. So I just left it. But I really wanted to. And then the opportunity arose where we went off to this little quiet corner of the fucking place. And we were waiting for Flash and a few others. And she was literally right there. And I'm like, I need to say something. I can't not say anything. I got to say something. Now, I would never threaten violence like this and then have to prove that that's what I would do, right? But I did say that if I ever came across any of these people, I'd have to say something. So I literally walked up to Sawyer and I said, hey, Sawyer. And she turned around with this happy look on her face that somebody recognized me. Oh, my God. And I said, good job trying to cancel YouTubers. Like, you know, I was a couple of paces away from her, thumbs up, leaning in, said that to her, sort of did this turn around to walk away. And she said, thanks. She said, thanks. So I kind of, as I'm walking away, turned back, shook my head and just went, loser. And that was it. Because she was on the campaign during the Acolyte, I believe it was, to get with Star Wars Explained, and all of those guys jumping on the campaign to try and get Nerdrotic and Jeremy and all of their channels flagged and deleted and taken down and removed. They did that. They ran a campaign. They admittedly ran a campaign to do that. And that was why I did what I did. I don't believe that this guy would actually do anything or say anything. Now, yeah, okay. Let's say he comes across Ryan. Let's say he comes across... Ryan would probably be the one that he wouldn't want to confront. But let's say he comes across Gary, right? Now, I don't think that this fucking idiot is going to walk up to him and literally slap him across the face like a little bitch would, right? But I don't even think he would go up to him to, like, have a conversation. Be like, oh, that's fucking Gary. He's such an incel, and walk away. The thing is if let's say these guys were this way inclined and they were to come across him and recognize him as the guy, you know, if it was me, let's say I was in one of their shoes and I happen to be at, let's say, a con, and I see him and I recognize him as the guy that wants to slap me because I'm an incel because of my take on Supergirl, I would literally walk up to him and say, still want the cheek? Still want it? Supergirl sucks, and you suck dick just as much as fucking that movie sucks dick. You want to slap me now? Dude, and the projection of the whole incel thing. This dude might be married. You're an incel. You're the incel. You're projecting that onto others. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. Meow for $2 says, when in doubt, these people are most likely project. Oh, most likely project. Sorry. Oh man, so fucking retarded. Thank you. Yes, when in doubt, they do project. More often than not, they're projecting. You don't even need to be in doubt to know that they're actually projecting. If they can't give a legitimate criticism back to combat your criticism, they end up projecting themselves out there. It's pretty obvious. Pretty obvious. Thank you for the super chat. Yes, I'm just retarded. Don't worry. Just retarded. It's me. It's my fault. Let's take a look at this one.
And I think my biggest frustration with this one has been what you're speaking to right now about Supergirl. It's such an obvious story of a broken person that is suffering. And the most things...
Really? Really? What you got from this movie is a broken person suffering. Who? Is it Supergirl that you're saying is the broken person who's suffering? Or is it the girl who's got the sword? I can't even fucking remember her name. That at the end of the movie, we've got this stupid scene where, oh no, you can't take out revenge. This is for my dog. Like, are you retarded?
I've seen are like, I wouldn't want my daughter to look up to an alcoholic. Fuck you. Like, that's an insane perspective on trauma. I would hope that if...
Oh my God. We're talking about trauma. and Millie Alcock or Supergirl's trauma. Really? They created such a stupid situation for Supergirl. They wrote it that way. They wanted it to be that way. The first couple of minutes of the fucking movie is her constantly fucking looking hungover and coming out from under the blankets to just slobber on the floor.
My kids can understand the depth of pain that she went through. They'd be empathetic. But you as a grown fucking...
They're fucking kids. Why do you need your fucking 7 to 10-year-old child understanding trauma at this point in time? And stupid trauma at that.
Man can't.
We might have to actually. We're gonna do something a little bit different this week.
Like, you don't deserve to watch movies. So, like, I get angry because it gives me such a pause of, like, not only are they intentionally being fucking daft, but they're maligning people's pain and suffering for the sake of their own fucked argument.
Oh my God. You know, in Supergirl, it's made up trauma that they wrote to be that way. That isn't really even that traumatic. And by the end of it, she's really not learnt anything. She's not done anything. She's not morally changed. She's, if anything, morally compromised. Now, without calling me an incel or a fucking sexist or a fucking misogynistic piece of shit, do you have anything that you can say that combats what I just said? Anything other than calling fucking names?
And it just embarrasses me to be part of the same fucking species, these chuds.
You are a loser. I'll be right back. Sorry, I'm not going far. I just got to go here. 2 seconds. Fuck me, man. I don't know. I've said this before. Hats off to Grizzy. If you're not subscribed to Mr. Grizzy, subscribe to Mr. Grizzy. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how he does some of the things that he does and watches these things to get the clips and the things that he needs to be able to do the content that he does. Without calling fucking others' names, can you combat the criticisms that these people have, that I have, that Gary, that all of the Friday Night Tights people have, that Flash has, that Tom has? Tom liked fucking Superman. I thought it was pretty shit, to be fair. Now, I'm still friends with Tom and everything else. Now, he didn't like Supergirl. Can we combat his criticisms towards it? Or is he actually right? And this is where the saying like, oh, fucking, can you just shut up and stop trying to destroy my enjoyment of it? Or stop destroying my enjoyment of it? That just tells me that I'm right. Soon as somebody says that to me, I know that I'm right. Because if I was wrong, then no matter what I say shouldn't affect your enjoyment of it. But if I'm right, it means you're starting to see that what I'm saying is true, and as a result, making you dislike that movie or that show more. Fucking ridiculous. Hey, Ryan. Good name. Means little king. All right. Where was I going to go? Hold on one second. Hold on a second. Because we are going to watch Grizzy's, like I said, we've got... we could actually watch Grizzy's videos on both of those guys if we wanted to. I definitely at least want to watch that first one, the one that went after the Nerdrotic, being the Papa Incel. That's what it was. That's right. The Papa Incel. People are losers. People are crazy fucking losers. But before we get into that, because I'm going to remove Jacob, believe it or not. Actually, hang on. I might just leave it for the moment. See, hold on. We will come back to Supergirl because we are going to watch a couple of Grizzy's videos. Oh, hang on. Let's move that then. So, the Odyssey. When's that due to release? When's that due to come out? Oops. It's soon, right? Like a week or two? Am I wrong in that? Oh, hang on. Yeah, no, that got right that. Got that right. Got right that. Fucking I can't talk. July 17th. So not this weekend, not next weekend, but the weekend after. So it's basically two and a bit weeks away, really. Let's see. So we found out who Elliot Page is playing. We're just going to touch on this really quickly. And I will say, unfortunately, it's not Achilles. It is Simon. No, Sinon. Was this character in what was it? Troy, or is this just a new character being introduced? If you've read the text and don't remember Sinon from the Odyssey, that's because he wasn't in it. He is found in surrounding literature about the Trojan War. Right. So it's inserting a character that wasn't actually there, that does exist in other materials, but they're just going to put it in there for the sake of having Elliot play it, I guess. Well, this is the thing. I kind of hope it does too. I kind of hope it does too, to be fair. Because it doesn't deserve, based on the casting alone, it doesn't deserve it. You can call me sexist, racist, whatever the fuck you want to call me. It doesn't apply to the source material. It's the same argument that I have with Star Wars. It's the same argument that so many people have with Lord of the Rings and all of these other fucking IPs that are out there. And then we get a little fucking training montage, which I know a lot of people thought that this was fucking AI, but it's legit. And the fucking trainer looks like a weirdo. That's a chick, by the way. If you don't know, that's a chick pretending to be a dude. Got top surgery and, tried to make themselves look like a man. Now, this is the thing about men and women, right? Is and I notice it a lot in this. There's men's skin and women's skin are different. And the way when there's movement and stuff like that, you notice differences. When it comes back around, this one, when it throws the right hand, can't really see it there. There, hold on. That doesn't look like a male's ab area. And the thing is like, God, they have done. Somebody zoomed in on that nipple and it doesn't even look like a fucking nipple. This looks like all surgery. That looks like surgery abs. Now, a chick could make her abs look like that. Absolutely. I don't think Elliot has that in her. And this dude looks like a freak. Looks like a freak. Do you reckon they're fucking? How does that work? So, good on you, Elliot. You're making... Anyway, so that's the... I'm not going to say it. So that's the casting for Alan Page. Sinon. Let's watch the trailer that we got. You guys still got audio, yeah?
Odysseus. Don't you remember?
Oh my God. Even just the way Zendaya sounds there. Don't you remember? Like, it sounds like she's phoning it in. Listen to it again. She just sounds like Zendaya.
Odysseus. Don't you remember?
You know, it's funny. Don't you remember? You actors used to try and hide maybe their American accent or their English accent when they're doing something like this because of the time that it takes place, and obviously it's great. Like there should be more. As far as I know, there's no Greeks, but there should be some Greeks at least fucking in this. You sound American, and it doesn't sound right. I missed it. Okay, Donna.
Don't you remember?
Don't you remember? This is so disappointing.
Fire. Death.
I remember. A wife. A son. Home. Ithaca's a kingdom waiting for a king. My dad is coming home. They're pining for a daddy you didn't even know.
Praying for daddy you didn't even know. Oh, it's so cringe. So cringe.
Like some sniveling bastard.
Ithaca's king is coming back.
And having like, I don't know, having like even him in there, like it's funny, you know, when you watch something like Troy, and you think, oh, Brad Pitt, one of the biggest fucking names. He was able to remove himself from being Brad Pitt and just being Achilles. And I will say, I'm not the biggest fan of Eric Bana, but he did a great job, I feel, of removing himself from being... I feel like he was too much Eric Bana in something like The Hulk. Or something like even Black Hawk Down. I didn't really like his performance in that. I liked the movie. But I will say one of the best performances that I've ever seen from Eric Bana was him as Hector.
Bringing vengeance.
Matt Damon.
Bringing it all.
And he's probably one of the other ones that it won't be distracting. Whereas seeing Pattinson, that was distracting, even just in this small amount that we saw him in the trailer so far.
I could take the throne.
They're not giving up power
Oh,
to
that's
you
so...
or Odysseus. Do you think life goes back to the way it was? That world is gone. If you return, he'd have to kill him, like you will.
You gods don't speak in ways we understand.
Who doesn't understand pain? Or blood? The gods told you.
Then I
There's
defy
the
the
two
gods.
shots everybody's talking about. Now, I have no doubt that being that it's Nolan, it's probably going to look good and it's probably going to sound good. Can we not use those as arguments for why this movie's good? To all the shills and the fucking retards out there that think that this scene doesn't matter, can you dispute the argument without calling us fucking sexist, racist incels? And without using the fact that it looks good or that it sounds good to say that it is a good movie. Oh.
Gods told.
It's a star-studded cast, and sometimes it can work and sometimes it can't. And the only person that I see in any of this that is looks like they are supposed to be there is Matt Damon.
Then I defy the gods.
I'm so disappointed by this because I think it was even like, I think it was near the beginning of the year when, you know, we were talking, I can't remember, it might have been on Flashcast, but we were all talking about like the things that we were sort of excited for and stuff like that. And I happened to say that I was excited, the most excited I was for a movie so far was The Odyssey. Now, I think that this was a little bit... they were starting to come out with the rumors, and somebody mentioned to me, really? What about this? And I was like, yeah, well, look, that's not good. You know, the casting, Black Helen of Troy and all of that sort of stuff. That's not good. As time went on, I was getting more and more turned off by it. And now it's gotten to a point where we're 2 weeks away from it. And I honestly couldn't give two shits about it. Project Hail Mary by the end of this movie will still be the best movie of the year. Disbrew shared this too. No one will release marketing like this about tech, mechanics, perfectly designed to appeal to men. Then he'll DEI something.
Tell me what you remember.
Home. The Odyssey is definitely the biggest movie that I've ever done in my career. It was like making a movie the way we would have made it 100 years ago, except for the fact that it's on IMAX.
Yes, like, I'm happy for you, Matt Damon, that this is like the biggest scale thing that you've ever done. That doesn't mean it's going to be good. And that's certainly the adaptation isn't honorable. It's not honorable to the source material at all. So yeah, it might be a grand scale. It might be incredible. It might have been how you feel like you used to shoot movies and blah, 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 blah. The end product is what we're waiting for. And the end product so far, based on fucking announcements of castings, based on the trailer, based on everything that we're seeing, it looks like it's going to be shit. This isn't the Odyssey. It's like how Disney Star Wars isn't Star Wars. This isn't the Odyssey. Simple. They're using the story. It's just, I'm fully expecting there to be a scene in this where it's like, a problem to be like a minority or something.
IMAX is a camera that doesn't lie. This is definitely the format or the window that this story wants to be seen in, and that has always been our first choice.
Chris and Hoyter never cease to surprise me.
If there's one thing they're going to do, it's innovate and find new ways to create and do things that quite literally have never been done before.
For me, is
quite literally have never been done before. Have we not done IMAX before? I didn't realize that this was the first ever IMAX movie to ever be done. Like, is there anything actually new here that hasn't actually been done before? Or are we just talking shit to try and hype up something that there's that fucking people are losing hope and hype over?
been my long-held dream. I mean, really, since I was about 16 years old, to do an entire film on IMAX. The thing that was stopping us was always the sound.
My first time working on IMAX was with Chris, and I remember thinking, gosh, it's loud.
I'm thinking, like, is that what it's going to sound like when we shoot our scenes? Like, that's really distracting. And then they brought the blimp out.
So what, they've got to basically put it into like a fucking soundproof box.
We had gone to IMAX and sort of challenged them to create new cameras that were quiet, or at the very least, create a blimp that would baffle the noise of the camera.
Oh, she looks like she's been fucking heavily involved. She looks like a Karen, doesn't she?
Create a blimp that would baffle the noise of the camera. They came back to us with new cameras plus a blimp.
It's a gigantic, super heavy box. But we as filmmakers, we're not supposed to be comfortable. We're supposed to present the audience with the best experience possible.
Yes, it is your job to present the audience with the best experience possible. So why are we not doing a correct adaptation? Why are we changing shit from the source material if that is your job?
So all our effort was all in service of making that work on set.
The people that we were working with are so adaptable, resourceful. They figured out how to do it, creating a mirror system so that the actors could see each other around the camera.
It feels like you're shooting a scene with like a SUV.
But even with the size of the camera, you just feel like the machine would move slower, and it just moves faster than if you were shooting it on an iPhone.
By sheer sort of will and excitement, before we knew it, we were up on cliffs with it. And
is this supposed to get you excited to go and see it? Like, honestly, what is the purpose of this? Oh, go and see it in IMAX.
in boats, and every day of the shoot, it became easier for us to work with.
And so, for the first time ever, we've been able to do the entire film on the incredible IMAX film format. It's a long-held dream finally coming to fruition.
Chris really shoots on this massive scale, on this massive format, but he basically shoots independent films. And there's a lot of urgency to that.
He goes the extra distance.
Let's be real. At least it's like more practical than most shit that we see these days. But again, I don't want the look of this movie to be the identifier for whether or not this is good or bad. Because I have no doubt that somebody like Nolan, who's a good director usually and can shoot shit really good, is going to do a really good job with the way that it looks. I'm already there. But that doesn't mean that this is going to be any fucking good.
To make it feel authentic for us on set. And I think the IMAX is going to really allow the audience to feel like they are a part of this journey with us. You're really going to be immersed in this world.
I'm like, as a fan, I'm so excited to see this film. Like, I cannot wait to sit in that IMAX theater and completely be lost in this world that he's created.
Yes, you'll be lost in the world until you start seeing shit that doesn't fit. Like an American accent. Or a black Helen of Troy. Or a woman pretending to be a man fighting, like, who knows how many enemies, how many men she's going to take out with this heavy armor on and all of this kind of shit. Like, as soon as those things happen, you're going to get taken out of it.
I would say this movie is, in your lifetime, if there is one movie that you go to the cinema, no matter what, this is the movie to do, because this is pure cinema.
Yeah, it'll look like pure cinema. But the story is just going to be shit.
No one could stand between my men and home.
I just want to know where the twists and turns are going to be, because they are going to tell the story of the Odyssey and the events and things taking place, but it's the characters and it's the DEI hires and it's all of those things that are going to be inserted in, that's where the changes will come. Like, you know, like I said, instead of this character, this female character, let's say, propping up the male character and, like, you know, giving him strength and giving him confidence and all of this kind of thing, it'll be more so, woe is me, like, how dare you be out there while I'm here feeding the kids kind of shit. And that's seriously what it seriously what it fucking feels like. I clicked the wrong button. I'm so disappointed. I'm disappointed in Nolan. I'm disappointed in the fact that I was looking forward to it, and now I've just got no excitement for it whatsoever. I'm really annoyed by it. What the fuck have you done, Nolan? What the fuck have you done? All right, because I've gotten rid of these tabs, just give me a second here, guys, because I just want to, because I changed my mind on the seal of the week stuff. So let's go here. All right, so we're going to use that one. Where was the other one? It was still Mr. Grizzy, wasn't it? Where are you, Grizzy? So we're going to use that one, because we're going to watch at least one of those videos. There was a third one, wasn't there? Hang on a second. Angry Joe. Oh, hang on. There was another one. They're all coming from Mr. Grizzy this week. All the seals of the week are coming from Grizzy. How you all doing out there? Sorry, I'm nearly there. Give me a second. No, that one. All right. Let's see. Has Jacob got anything? We'll throw him in there just for this. We will throw him in there just for this. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This week is a little bit different. It's not just the Disney Seal of the Week, and I don't think it's been really the Disney Seal of the Week for a long time, but we're just going with Seal of the Week. Just Seal of the Week. Let's get a couple emojis in the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm all the Jedi.
Hey, Mr. Bentham. How you doing? All right. So this week, Seals of the Week. We're going to go with nominee number 1 is Angry Joe. He got a little bit angry, got a little bit upset with some of the people out there. But I think he's more upset with himself now based on if he's got any reflective ability, able to see himself, you'd be having a fucking, you feel pretty stupid. So Angry Joe gets the first nominee.
I'm looking forward to it, and I hope it does.
Not just
Please
for this.
Go out and support it.
The gay, push my tits together. Please go and
go out and
support
support it. Go out and support your boy, okay? You go out and watch the movie, you're supporting what your boy likes and making me happy, okay?
Okay. Nominee number 2. I don't know his name. Is it? Oh. DCU podcast host. Okay.
Frustration with this one has been what you're speaking to right now about Supergirl. It's such an obvious story of a broken person that is suffering.
Rizzy!
And the most things I've seen are like, I wouldn't want my daughter to look up to an alcoholic. Fuck you. Like, that's an insane perspective on trauma. I would hope that if my kids can understand the depth of pain that she went through, they'd be empathetic. But you as a grown fucking man can't. Like, you don't deserve to watch movies. So, like,
super fake.
I get angry because it gives me such a pause.
Fake. It's super fake.
Not only are they intentionally being
that was gay,
fucking daft, but they're maligning people's pain and suffering for the sake of their own fucked argument.
I'm gonna use big words.
And it just embarrasses me to be part of the same fucking species as these each other.
You're an incel! If I see this guy, I'm just gonna slap him across the face!
Next. Oh, it's him.
Look at all these disgusting
Nominee number
nerdrotic.
3.
Jeremy, this is from a channel called Geeks and Gamers. This guy, Ryan Kinnell, RK Outpost, these 3 are like mega incels. God, I just wish I could like just kind of smack them in the face. Smack their single fucking virgin asses in the fucking face. You disgust me. Look at all these
fag. And then we'll take Jacob, who just posted a GIF of Ahsoka and Maul fighting. What else is he fucking retweeted? Are they coming out with?
And listen to your heart.
Visions? Is this a new Vision? Oh, look, tomorrow. For what, though? What is... Yeah, Visions. It fucking says it there. It's retard. Oh, well, mate, you could take any one of these fucking posts right now and make him the 4th nominee for Seal of the Week. You could take that one as well. You could take that one as well. You could take that one as well. Man, all right. We'll just take fucking anyone you want for fucking J.I. Jacob. But I think the main 3 are all revolving around Supergirl this week. We'll just throw Jacob in just because, you know, we love giving Jacob fucking Seal of the Week nominees. All right. Seal. Seal of the Week. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4 this week. Get your votes in, ladies and gentlemen. Is that up? Yep, that's up and running. Fucking J.I. Jacob, I know. New anime series, yeah. Papa Incel guy is out for blood, sorry. He's about to come after us. Good, let him. He's a fucking moron. As I was sort of saying, I don't know when you jumped in, Grizzy, but I'm sick of the you this an incel, you this, you're that. We're all giving arguments on what we didn't like about it, specifics, actual facts, actual details. If you can't refute those details without calling us names, well, then you're just wrong. Simple. Simple. And once again, if what we're saying about these movies or shows starts to affect or destroy your enjoyment of those things, then what we're saying is true and you can see it too. You just you refuse to agree just out of pure spite, or you're being selectively naive. Because if what we're saying affects you that much to the point where you start losing enjoyment out of it, well, then what we're saying must be true. So nominee number 1 is Angry Joe. Number 2 is this retarded chud. I don't know what the fuck his name is. And I don't know what the fuck his name is. Number 3, calling everybody incels. Here's the one that called Nerdrotic Papa Incel. And we're gonna watch. We are gonna watch Grizzy's video in a second, and then you got Jacob at the end there, which I don't know whether or not it's worth even having him in there. He never wins anymore. Poor guy. The poor guy. He can't get any dubs. Fuck off, Odyssey crap. We'll get rid of that. Geeks and Gamers page. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Elliot. Fuck, it's just disgusting to me seeing that. Fuck it, those images of Alan Page. Super retarded. Super retarded. Let's see. All right. Hey, Grizzy, you still live? No, it's if I refresh that, will it? Actually be gone now. It should be. All right, guys, if you're not subscribed to Mr. Grizzy, you're doing great, Grizzy. 396 videos, 33, basically, and 500 subscribers. Very, very good. So it's so funny that the top 3 videos, or the last 3 videos, you got Angry Joe, you got basically the 3 seals of the week. So you know what we're going to do, actually? You know what we're going to do? Oh, man. The Angry Joe one, though, that's 7 days ago. Okay, so it looks like Angry Joe is leading. But we're not going to watch the Angry Joe one because we've already gone through a lot of the Angry Joe stuff. It'll be one of these two. But whoever wins out of these two in the poll, we will watch. Oh, good. The one that I want to watch is basically the one that is leading in all of that. Yeah, J.I. Aker, you're nowhere this week. Nowhere! All right, I'm going to run to the bathroom before we get cracking and watch one of these videos. I will be right back. Let me just bring that down. Okay. We'll give you nap time because it's a decent length little break in there. Here we go. I'll see you in 2.5 minutes.
Mom, can I have a popsicle?
No, honey, you'll spoil your...
Hey parents, tired of those out-of-control kids? Throwing embarrassing tantrums wherever they go. At the grocery store, on the playground, even at the dinner table. You've had it with parenting, but wait, there is a solution. Introducing Nap Time, the latest, most effective tool for child tantrum prevention. It's simple. Just douse a rag with our patented Sleepy Time formula, place it over your child's cry hole, press and hold gently for 8 to 12 seconds, and presto, no more tantrum.
I was beginning to think adoption was the only way out. Then a friend of mine introduced me to Nap Time. It's never been so quiet around here.
The secret lies in Naptime's revolutionary fast-to-sleep formula. Developed by military-trained scientist doctors from NASA, Naptime's powerful molecules rush to the child's brain on contact, gently inducing instant tranquility.
This is chloroform.
Already put those wallet-draining crap factories out on the street? That's okay! Naptime works in any situation. On the golf course. An awkward blind date.
I had a really good time tonight.
It even works on pets.
After we had our first child here, we regretted it almost immediately.
We didn't know that she'd cry so much.
Talk about defective. But thanks to Nap Time, our little Samantha here hasn't made a noise in weeks. I keep her in a shoebox.
Call now and we'll send you your very own 24-ounce bottle of Naptime solution for only 23 easy payments of $1.99. But wait, there's more! Act quickly and you'll also receive the all-new Dream Sack absolutely free. It's compact and portable for those on-the-go tantrums. Just cover it, tighten it, and forget about it. It's that simple.
We can't breathe good.
So if this looks familiar...
I feel pregnant.
Then don't wait! Order today and join the millions of Americans who just can't stop saying...
Thanks, Nap Time.
Thanks, Nap Time.
Thanks, Nap Time.
Nap Time! When they just won't shut up. Nap Time is not legal in the following states.
Thanks, Nap Time.
Oh, Mozza, read that.
Mozza, don't let the American bitch.
Did you just fart?
Yes, I did. Tell you what to do.
I think it's bedtime, Mozza.
Question mark.
I think it's bedtime for Mozza. That's the type of videos we watch on fucking Happy Hump Day.
I gotta pee! Oh my god!
Did you just fart? It's the way he just says, yelp. There's no getting out of this one. All right. I had to put the heater up a little bit and get something to cover my arms. Fucking cold. It's fucking cold. All right. Let's see. How's the poll going? Yep. Just as I thought. So we're going to end it a little bit earlier. Normally we'd watch something and we give some people some time. And I know we've only got 11 votes in there, but it's enough. I think it's enough. So we're going to end it there. And we're going to do our congratulations. Oh, let me... All right. So... in last place with 8% of the vote was J.I. Acob. You just keep losing, buddy. You keep losing. Can't get that win. Can't get that dub. In second last place with 17% of the vote was number 2, this loser. In the runner-up and the video that we're going to watch from Grizzy this week with 25% of the vote was number 3, the incel guy, Papa Incel. And the winner of this week's Seal of the Week with 50% of the vote was good old Angry Joe. Congratulations, Angry Joe. I think this is the first time you've actually been, or maybe even nominated, but at least nominated, but at least the win. The first time you've at least won. There you go. Congratulations. All right, let's watch this video. Hang on a second.
And here are
we need some audio. We don't even need to watch it to hit that like button because we already know that we're going to like it. Let's go.
I just watched Supergirl, and here are my thoughts.
Hang on, this is gonna be bad.
Yeah.
So, guys, we have another W for James Gunn's DCU.
You gotta be shitting me.
Overall, Supergirl is just a great movie.
You're shilling too hard.
You're shilling way too hard, actually. Like another W for James Gunn's DCU. James Gunn hasn't had a W. James Gunn has not had a W in the DCU. Here we go.
So what we're about to watch here is what I like to call the James Gunn Paid Shill Program, where James Gunn and company give exclusive access to influencers, content creators, and TikTokers with large followings, making them feel obligated.
You know, it really annoys me that the Screen Crush guy's name is Brian. Like, it really annoys me.
Talkers with large followings, making them feel obligated to repay the favor, so to speak, and give the film a more positive review or more positive coverage than they would have otherwise.
I went to the set of Supergirl last year, and these were the craziest things that happened on set.
Overall, Supergirl is just a great movie.
I give Superman an A. This is more of a B- for me in my experience.
And one thing that this movie did for me is remind me that David Cornsweet being cast as Superman might be one of the greatest moments that us comic book fans have ever got.
I'll be thinking that somebody in this room is selling out.
See, this is the other thing too that I kind of want to say in regards to like comic book fans. I have no doubt that there are people out there that are comic book fans and that have actually read the comics, right? But I swear there's so many of these people, like, I don't know whether or not it's just me, but hang on, let me get to the bit.
Of a B- for me in my experience.
And one thing that this movie did for me is remind me that David Cornsweet being cast as Superman might be one of the greatest moments that us comic book fans have ever got.
The way that he says that and the look on his face, I don't think you've read. I could be wrong, but it comes across and it really feels like you actually haven't read a comic book. You like the concept of comic books and you watch then the movies. I don't know.
Be thinking that somebody in this room is selling out.
Hi guys.
Hello.
So to start, I have never felt more seen than watching a girl.
What are you wearing? Why? Why would you wear that? To interview these people? You go, girl. Power.
Actually murder people for her dog.
Holy Jesus. What is
Actually murder.
Hello.
So to start, I have never felt more seen than watching a girl actually murder people for her dog.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, what is that?
That is who James Gunn and company made this movie for. And that in turn is why it's bombing at the box office.
Yeah. Everyone is going to hear me say it's good and be like, Cheryl. It's like, not paying me to sit in this chair. Like, I don't get anything out of feeling like conflicted about it. So I'd rather just love
Except for the fact that a lot of these people get access despite the fact that they've got channels smaller than my channel.
Wow. That is just a fascinating statement to me, especially coming from a guy who works for James Gunn's DCU.
This is a property that is very near and dear to my heart. I've been a part of this journey to Supergirl for about 2 years, so this meant a lot to me to see.
Yeah, and I'm not worried about the DCU. I know people are going to only think that's because I work with them.
Do you think? People are tired of fakes, people are tired of frauds, and people are tired of content creators who...
You're a loser. Oh my God. I didn't even know that before. And we're supposed to... We're supposed to believe what he says. And the fact that... oh, God.
Come across like they're bought and paid for. That's why they call you a shillcoy, not because you liked the movie.
Everyone is going to hear me say it's good and be like, Cheryl. It's like...
I'm a huge DC fan, so my expectations are always high.
Okay, if you're saying that it's good, can you, without calling me an incel, tell me what's so good about it? And can we have a conversation so I can refute and tell you why I think the things that you're going to say are so good are either irrelevant, like the way that it looks and the way that it sounds, that shit's irrelevant when it actually comes to the fact that there is no plot and there is no fucking story and there is no fucking... There's no moral change in any characters. There's no shift in anything. Except for the fact that by the end, Kara just wants to stay on Earth. I've done all my killing. Now I'm going to learn from Superman how not to kill, even though Superman kills.
So I will say this. Watch Supergirl for yourself. It's a fantastic film. It's a fun ride.
What? How can you say you have high expectations for DC movies and then say that Supergirl is a fantastic film?
Yeah. Is that your expectation? Is that where your expectations lie? Is that all you want? And it's the same thing with all the other stuff that we've talked about over time. Fucking Star Wars, Star Trek. Not that I'm a Doctor Who person, but all the Doctor Who people, fucking Lord of the Rings, all of these fucking things.
Remember what the title of this segment is.
This is our Supergirl spoiler-free reaction video recorded at the Superman Experience. And I am BD, joined today by Joe Deckelmeyer.
What's going on, everybody?
Recorded at the Superman Experience, and we're supposed to believe that that has zero influence over their coverage of the film.
I know some people would look at this and go, oh, he recorded this at Superman Experience. He's going to say he loved it, whatever. Like, if I say I loved it, it's true. And if I say I didn't, it's true.
Smells like bullshit to me.
Yeah. So I'm going to be as honest as I can be, even though all things considered, yes, I talked to the cast and they're very kind and I appreciate them.
A few moments later.
I went in, I want to love this. I think I'm going to like it. And I actually ended up exactly right there. Yeah. I liked it.
You understand how that looks, right?
Yeah.
BD here and
no, he doesn't.
On the set
Grizzy,
of Super.
He doesn't understand how that looks.
Supergirl, this is an incredible experience.
Almost like you're just saying whatever you have to say so you keep getting interviews and to ensure that you get invited back next year for Man of Tomorrow.
It was good and I'm gonna like, okay, well, on to the next now.
Man,
You are one pathetic
It's
loser.
good. On to the next. Attack toxic YouTubers.
And trigger warning, there's probably going to be a lot of misogyny, just a lot of stupidity.
Oh no.
I know.
So I'm going to hit you guys with a bit of a hot take here. You ready? I think content creators critical of James Gunn's Supergirl have received more hate and negativity from unhinged lunatics online than Millie Alcock has.
I agree. I actually agree with you there, Grizzy. Because even with the Millie stuff, like a lot of people are throwing more shade at either DC or Warner Brothers or whatever, or like the people asking the questions on the red carpet than Millie Alcock's answers. Millie Alcock's answers are deranged and fucking retarded, yes, and we're giving her fucking shit for being so stupid and saying stupid shit and basically taking the movie before it even comes out. But it's the people that ask, is this the gayest fucking piece of shit they've ever made? Yeah, fucking gay coding, queer coding, fucking all that shit. Like, that's the stuff that people are criticizing more when it comes to just the promotion of it. When it comes to the movie, there's none of that shit in there. So there's nothing to criticize when it comes to that. When it comes to the movie, it's more just criticizing the fact that this is fucking retarded. Like, really stupid. The movie, in fact, like the whole premise of the movie in regards to her wanting to save her dog from the poison is fucking stupid. She can move faster than a speeding bullet and fucking she just needs to get the dog to a yellow sun. Oh, but they've had a little explanation in there on why that couldn't be done. It was dog shit.
It's fucking hilarious. Hit the like button if you agree.
Look at all these disgusting nerdrotic. Jeremy, this is from a channel called Geeks and Gamers. This guy, Ryan Kinnell.
I just want to say, but like we heard this obviously in the other clip too, though. Dude, like you're commenting on Friday Night Tights that has anywhere from I'm gonna be really, really broad here and say anywhere from 10 to 20,000 people watching week in, week out. You don't think that those people have a similar or the same kind of thought process when it comes to a movie like Supergirl than Gary or Jeremy or Ryan or Garrett or Fake Wizard or any of these people, Disparu or Shad? They're watching because they tend to agree with the things that they say. And even if they don't agree with the things that they say, they might voice why they liked it. I've been watching their House of the Dragon. Fuck, I need to talk about House of the Dragon too. They've been watching their House of the Dragon, and there've been people out there that have said, "Oh, I really like this second episode." Blah blah blah. I personally think that there's so much wrong with the second episode, and I could go through piece by piece, and most of the scenes actually do involve Rhaenyra and Alicent, the two women that are horrible in this fucking show because they're portrayed that way. The writers decided to write them that way and have them act that way. That's not our choice. And then when we see it and say, "Oh, that's fucking stupid," they're like, "Oh, you're a misogynist." No, honestly, dude, if a dude was making those decisions, if this wasn't a Supergirl movie and it was a Superman movie with crypto and the plot, the story, not that there is much of a plot or much of a story, but if the plot and the story was the same, the criticisms would be the same. Exactly the same. Because it actually has nothing to do with the fact that it's either a man or a woman.
RK Outpost, these three are like mega incels.
All of these guys, if Millie Alcock looked at them and was like remotely interested, would probably have their balls liquefy and fall down out of and go into sweats.
See, fucking no, again, Roka, you're not even combating the criticism. You're not. You're taking shots at YouTubers that are seeing what's being said, seeing how this movie is being promoted, watching the movie and saying this is shit.
Because she is an attractive woman.
Yeah, I got an erection. Supergirl's Millie Alcock is so much worse than Rachel Zegler. So much worse than. By the way, what did Rachel Zegler say that was so bad?
Oh my god.
I don't know. She single-handedly killed a movie.
So there's that.
Right.
Probably go both ways. Actually, that's a bit rude by 2026 standards. There's no binary. There's 72,000 genders.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing too, is I don't understand that line when she says the binary of what a woman is. Like, what is that?
Bigot.
Oh God, you can't say that. And here comes the rage quit.
Yawn. You're so boring, lady. You're so fucking boring. And look at that. This slop. 5,000 comments.
Yeah, hit the dislike button. That'll show her.
I mean, obviously there are the chuds who hate everything that centers a woman.
We see that happening with some of the coded words and language that's being used by some of these sexist motherfuckers on
Again,
YouTube.
you replace Supergirl with Superman. It's still a shit movie. It still gets the same criticism. This argument is retarded and means nothing, and nobody's listening to you anymore. Nobody listens to you anymore. And the audiences that you do have are the weird, creepy weirdos that are going to soon be fucking phased out of reality because they don't live in reality. Like you guys don't live in reality. So that you can get your access, so that you can get your little gift baskets, so you can get whatever it is that you get. You get to watch fucking 4 episodes of House of the Dragon early. Grace. Shill doesn't mean that you're on the fucking payroll of the studio. Being a shill is, and there's many different levels of shill. If you want to see the different levels of being a shill, go and fucking check out fucking Darth Melvin's video, Knights of Melvin. But if you're getting access to these fucking premieres and fucking interviews and all of these fucking things because you're speaking positively and that's why they want to get you, they're not getting somebody like Gary who has a bigger audience than probably all of you guys combined. Why aren't they getting Gary? Wouldn't they want him to ask some questions to be able to build some hype for his audience, probably the bigger audience out there, to come along to your movie? No, let's get retards out there to ask, oh, it's queer, right? Or fucking whatever. Oh, yes, being that we're in fucking Pride Month, yes, I guess there is. Maybe she swings both ways. But I don't think there's any love involved in this movie because the binary of what a woman is. It's word trash. It's word garbage. Coming out of the mouths of the person asking the question and coming out of the mouths of the fucking actors or actresses or whatever. And it's turning people off because the majority of the audience, in your eyes, are sexist, racist, misogynistic pieces of shit that you can't combat any arguments against what they're actually saying. It's like we're asking you, what is a woman? It's like when we speak, we're just saying, what is a woman? And you're going, well, a woman is somebody who identifies as a woman. You're not answering the questions. You're not combating what we're saying. So when we hear you talk about us all being incels or all of them being incels or whoever, whatever, it falls on deaf ears and we laugh about it. Fucking the fact that Gary and Az and Mauler and X-Ray Girl can sit there and have a laugh at this guy calling him Papa Incel shows that your words mean nothing. You thought that if Gary saw you call him a Papa Incel, he's going to go into the fucking corner of the room into the fetal position and cry. But he's just laughing at you because you haven't combated anything that he's actually said in regards to his criticisms. You've just called him names.
Now, I'm going to actually tell you why they're mad, because they're grifters.
They need something to be angry about. This is the next.
It's not like you're a grifter that gets access to these things or gets to go to these things, or like the other dude actually was an employee of these fucking things.
Next big comic book movie coming out. How can we get our audiences angry? Because God forbid we fucking enjoy something for once.
You know.
No, but we're now gotten to a point where the audience, they're not angry anymore. They're actually more apathetic than anything else. And they're not willing to waste their hard-earned money, and a lot of it now, to go to the movies to watch a movie that they're even fucking 70% hyped for. 30% is like, oh, I don't know, this could be fucking shit. So they're not wasting their money or their time. What they're then doing is that they're then going to their favorite creators and listening to what they have to say. And what they have to say is actually, yes, it might be influencing them, but they trust them. And the reason why they've trusted them is because they've got a record to trust.
As we're going through this segment of the video, I'm starting to feel like you're projecting your own anger onto everyone else that you hate.
Here's another video. This is from Nerdrotic. This is the Papa. This is the Papa Incel guy.
Papa Incel.
He is the head of all the incel video makers on YouTube about movies and stuff. This guy is probably the most popular one, Nerdrotic. This guy's so fucking toxic.
100% not angry, am I right? Completely in control, and it's everyone else who's angry.
And by the way, if there's toxic negativity, then you've got toxic positivity. And you guys are purely on the toxic positivity side of all of this, if that even is a thing. You guys seem to make bullshit up to suit the way that you feel and your little fifis, and you know. Oh my God, how dare you? How dare you? Oh no. I'll take the glasses off. Why is Rhino doing a reaction to himself? Ah!
Mad and pissed off.
God, I just wish I could just kind of smack them in the face.
Whoa! Everybody just relax.
Smack their single fucking virgin asses in the fucking face. You disgust me.
Now I'm starting to get angry. So I pull out my gun.
I'm pretty sure that one chud who just makes video off of people liking Supergirl in any medium is going to use this video to be like, oh, woke man defends woke girl. Yeah. At least I've talked to women. Chud.
Oh my God. You don't know how to trash talk, do you?
You disgust me, man. I hope no woman or no man or no whatever gender you're into never fucking touches you, never approaches you, and you never feel the loving embrace of another human being.
Wow, that was a brutal comeback. Let's go, guys. I don't think I'll ever recover from that. Man.
Pretty woman walking down the street, pretty woman.
That Millie Alcock was great. The chuds were wrong.
Down the street, pretty woman. The kind I like.
Hold on one second.
So something interesting I'm seeing, even from people who claim they don't like the movie, is that Millie Alcock was fine. Millie Alcock was good. Millie Alcock was not the problem here.
I don't think she is the problem at all with this movie. In fact, she's really well cast in this.
Let's start with what this film absolutely unequivocally gets right, and that's Millie Alcock as Kara Zor-El.
I think Millie Alcock was great. Millie Alcock is definitively my Supergirl now.
I want to kick off with the biggest positive in this film, Benny, and that's Millie Alcock's Supergirl.
By the way, she's not good in this movie.
She's not. She's really not. And it's not, it isn't just Millie. It is the fucking writing. It's the directing. It's the decisions that they decided to make her fucking horrible.
She's actually painful to watch.
Millie Alcock is the perfect casting for Kara Zor-El.
Millie Alcock was incredible as Supergirl.
I was just saying she's also a far more interesting character than Superman.
And I believe it now more than ever. She's great for the character. She's a great choice for the character.
James Gunn, Craig Gillespie, Everybody in charge of this dropped the ball. And it's unfortunate because had this been an actual good script, Millie Alcock would be highlighted as one of the greatest actresses to a comic book character we've ever seen.
That's a bit of a stretch, but I still think with better writing, with better directing, with better everything, really, she could have been fine. It would have been okay. But that's not what we got, was it?
Gotta give Millie Alcock a last-minute fake W over the Chuds, right, guys?
I'll agree with a lot of people who've already put out their reactions that Millie Alcock was fantastic in the movie. She's really good as Kara, and all those, freakazoids who had an issue with her being cast, you're morons. She's fantastic in the film.
Any single thing this poor actress says will be turned against her no matter what. She could legit come out there and
no. If she had have just said that we made this movie, we're happy with what we did. I hope everybody comes out and sees it. I hope the dads and the mums come out with their kids to watch it. I hope if she had have said that, nobody would be fucking saying anything. These people are so delusional and stupid that they think that if, let's say, the promotional material for this was good and there was a good build up to it and everything, that we'd still be sitting here going, no.
interview be like, I don't think that we should kick dogs. And half the fan base is going to be like, actually, kicking dogs is a great idea.
Only if it's crypto.
We should actually fire her for saying that we can't kick dogs.
People are already bashing on Millie Alcock, bashing on the way she looks, it's really unfortunate because people are just truly evil.
We'd be remiss to not talk about the number of people that are genuinely sexist.
But some of the negativity around the reactions to this movie have just been off the charts with their sexism and their incel-like nature to them.
I'm just going to say it, okay? They come into the movie and they want to hate it so bad.
No, that's not what's going on here.
That's not what's
going on here is simply that sometimes you don't have to see a pile of shit to be able to smell it.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
And the last
Supergirl's a flop. It's DOA already. Like, fuck off. Like,
it is.
Like people like that come in, they've got their little.
How about you combat the argument with any facts instead of, it's the people out there that come out and say they're fucking incels. Or like, what the fuck? How about you combat the argument? It's dead on arrival. The box office flopped on its opening weekend. Is that not factual?
Misogynistic bullshit views.
Pussy. Come on, guys. It's okay to admit that the Chuds were right and y'all were wrong. It's okay.
Because of Superman's quality and its success, Supergirl will do much better than it would have. And I think Supergirl,
Well, how about the fact that Superman was a flop as well and didn't do well, and this is doing even worse than that? These people, I don't know how they see or read the information that they read or see the information that they see and come to these conclusions. And then go after the people that are actually talking about it truthfully and say that they're fucking retarded incels, misogynistic piece of crap.
in a vacuum, I would have said that's a $375 million at best movie. Now it's a 500 million, 600 million possible, or maybe even higher.
Is it even going to hit 200 million?
Are you sure about that?
So I think if Supergirl comes out and clears like 450,
not even close.
It's a Supergirl movie, and I think that the most important thing for it to do is just be super good, and that will do wonders for this franchise.
Now, I get that these first few clips were from weeks and months prior to the film's release. I get that. But at the same time, how did you guys not see this coming?
You know, see, I see this. I'm looking.
$74 million. Released on June 24th. It's been a week. It's had its opening weekend and everything. How can these people look at this and go, that's not a flop? That's not DOA. I don't know.
Look in the chat. They need to sell to men. They need to, it's like, you know what? Maybe they don't. Maybe
Maybe 175 million. They do.
We saw this with the Marvels, Mike. And guess what? History has repeated itself. It's actually doing worse than the Marvels.
Yeah.
I think there is a direct correlation to box office with reviews to a different scale because no one has money. Like the world is insanely expensive.
Yes. So it's exactly like what I said. Nobody's got money these days. Nobody's got disposable income anymore, right? The governments of the world have ensured that. But because they don't have the money to go out there and buy these fucking tickets and go to the movies and go and see every movie that they might want to go and see or anything like that, what are they doing? This is why word of mouth is the biggest and most important piece of promotion for anyone in this day and age. It's never been more valuable than it is right now. See you, Nicholas. Take it easy, Nicholas Horton. Good to see you. Yes, we'll see you on Saturday on Flashcast. Or for me, it's Sunday. But yes, we will see you then. Thank you for coming by. Shout out to all the lurkers as well. If you're in the chat and you're lurking, please smash the like button. And, subscribe if you're not subscribed.
Expensive, and it's $20 to see a movie. Like, there's a lot of things that go into it that don't equal.
Yes, but I will say that is a contributor to why this movie flopped. But the biggest contributor is the fact that, yes, there might be people out there that are willing to go and spend the money at the movies. But then when they go and watch a review, they realize, hey, this is shit. I'm not going to waste my money on this. I will wait for something that is actually good that I'm interested in seeing, and then I'll waste my money on that.
Just quality.
The cope is strong.
It is so strong with all of them.
Maybe they need to pull out of the summer, the middle of the summer time frame for a bit. Maybe they need to not put Superman in July next year. Maybe Supergirl coming out in the middle of June or towards.
So when do you then release it? Isn't the summer box office like one of the biggest box offices in the United States? Like, isn't that the time that you want to release your big blockbuster movies?
The end of June was not a good idea. Maybe these movies should be an end of April.
Like, that's why we've got a massive influx of like Toy Story 5 and all these other fucking movies coming through like right now.
Beginning of May release for the time being.
This movie would have still bombed if they released it in April or May. The problem is that this was their second movie. Nobody wanted to see a Supergirl movie a year after Superman. And I honestly don't think that fans want to see another Superman movie a year after.
Grizzy, are you still in the chat? Is this photoshopped? I'm guessing it is. It doesn't look like it lines up well, but it might be like their actual image. It honestly looks like the head has been cut out and pasted on, but it's the fact that the hair flows over the arm and the arms, like it could be an actual it could be actually a legitimate. I don't know if Grizzy's still in the chat or not. Yes, I did see that Sony. I actually watched Lethal's video. Saw that Sony is ending physical fucking media. Of course they are. There's a video that was somebody in Australia at JB Hi-Fi. They were closing up all the physical media sections.
This either. 3 Superman/Supergirl movies in 3 years is too much. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if Man of Tomorrow struggles to break even.
Oh, there is a last event here. It wasn't that bad.
I liked the movie. I liked Supergirl. I didn't love it. I wanted to love it, but I didn't love it. It was good, but it was not great. It was good.
I still think this movie will definitely find its crowd, and enough people will come out praising it. Because, like I said, there's nothing atrocious or wrong about it.
How the word fun has become like less impactful.
Wow. That's because of you, Grizzy. That's you, Grizzy. They hate when you pick on them calling it fucking fun.
You guys, we almost made it through the entire video without someone pushing the "it's fun" narrative.
I thought this movie was fun. I thought it was a crowd pleaser. Like, I literally am like, these are the words that used to mean a good thing.
Yeah.
And now they're like, what do we say?
Because they're hollow. Because when we ask you, okay, so let's elaborate on what was fun about this movie. Can you give me some examples of what made you feel like you had fun in this movie? How about we start breaking it down a little bit?
Hey, that isn't me.
Yeah. Like fun isn't good enough anymore.
Right.
You know?
It's not. Just to be fun, and your fun is like, I always get my subjective and objective mixed up. But everybody has different elements of fun. What you think is fun is like good visuals, fights, and fucking good music, apparently. That's your definition of fun. That's not my definition of fun. I'm sorry, I can't sit in these movies or watch these movies with a smile on my face going, yeah, when that's not how I feel about it. When I'm actually literally sitting there going, why would they make that decision? Why would they do this? Why would they do that? Why are we going here? What's happening here? Why are we doing this? What's going on? You choose to ignore all of that stuff and just fun. That's why it's bad now.
Reason is because it has become a word that you shills use to avoid criticizing terrible movies
and giving counterpoints.
In order to maintain a positive relationship with the studios. And everybody sees it for what it is, especially now in this age where content creators and influencers are just saying whatever they think they have to say for access.
And they get the access.
Word on the street, for lack of a better way of saying it, is going to be so overwhelmingly negative for this movie because
I think it will be too. But again, in terms of like the overall universe, I don't think it's bad enough or
it's horrible.
Franchise.
They haven't had one fucking success. And nobody gives a shit. The normie people out there that do like sort of DC and stuff like that, they don't give a shit about Peacemaker and all these fucking shows that they're doing. They just want to see the movies. The 2 movies that they've come out with have been dog shit.
Ruining in any way.
I think this has 100% damaged the franchise.
100%.
I think this has 100% hurt Man of Tomorrow next year. And if that bombs, then that might just be it.
Now, does that mean Supergirl is a fucking bad film and it's awful? No, it doesn't. It's not a bad film.
3 days later.
Unfortunately, I went and saw Supergirl second time, this time with the family over the weekend. They done fucked it up, guys. They done fucked it up.
So you're going to apologize to all the fucking incels out there that you went after? You're going to apologize to Disparu? No? Faggot. Yeah.
All right, everyone. That's all I got for.
Thank you, Grizzy. If you're not subscribed to Grizzy, mods, if you would, please put the link in the chat. I'll just do it, actually, because I can. Well, this is the link to this, obviously, this video. But from there, I'm sure you can navigate your way to subscribing. It's pretty easy. It's where that join is. If you're not subscribed, it will say subscribe, and then you click subscribe. And that gets you subscribed. That's almost it. I do need to talk a little bit about House of the Dragon here now because it is in the title, and I actually want to talk about it. So it's a little disappointing, I got to say. So I never watched Game of Thrones. After House of the Dragon Season 1, which I liked, and House of the Dragon Season 2, I didn't think it was, but again, I haven't read any of the books or anything, so I can completely understand and I completely acknowledge people's criticisms and people's dislikes and likes and things like that with it. season 2 was obviously not as good as season 1, but also too with the way season 2 ended, without being able to sort of finish what they were building up to, it's a big mistake and not good at all. And I think it was after watching season 1, and then maybe even going into sort of watching Night of the Seven Kingdoms, I started watching Game of Thrones, and I got like halfway through, I think season 2 or something like that, and I haven't sort of gone back to it. I will go back to it. I have asked Ryan and a couple of others, you know, should I just watch the whole thing of Game of Thrones all the way through to season 8, or, you know, should I cut it off at some point? Ryan said, watch the whole thing, but pay no attention to anything after. I'd have to have a look at the message again, but it's either season 4 or season 5 or something like that. So he gave me some good advice on that. I've got to go back and sort of rewatch, start watching Game of Thrones and sort of finish that. Not that I have any massive interest in it because of the way that I've heard that it ended and everything, but we'll go through it anyway. But then with House of the Dragon season 3, there was obviously the lead up to it. George R.R. Martin was stepping away from it because they were starting to fuck up the story, is my understanding of everything. And it really does, like, even not even reading the books, there's so much in here that just feels like out of place in comparison to the way the writing was in even just season 1 of this series, or how intelligent the writing is in something like Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Not necessarily intelligence based on like how smart you've got to be to understand it or anything like that. Just the intelligence of the writing in regards to every character's a little bit different, and they've got their own things, and they've got their own narratives, and they've got their own needs and wants, and, you know, what they're trying to achieve and all these kinds of things. It makes it interesting. Interesting storytelling, interesting plots, interesting character developments. It makes it very interesting. But then when you come into something like this season and you've got the one part that really sort of pissed me off in this fucking second episode was Allison is like retarded. She hasn't always been great, but they portrayed her better in season 1 and stuff like that. But fucking, she basically tells, I think, the Gold Cloaks or something. Again, I'm not hugely into like all the different laws and things like that. I'm learning. But she goes to one of the King's Guards or whatever and basically says, like, I'm committing treason sort of thing. And the person sees right through that. And then instead of him reporting it and fucking going, she's fucking committing treason, we need to fucking arrest her and, you know, lock her up. And then when the king returns or something, we'll tell him what happened and we'll make him make the decision or whatever. Right? Instead of doing that, he goes in there and says, you've done wrong. I'm going to tell on you. But before I do, I'm going to rape you. And then because Allison starts screaming while he's trying to do it, people walk in. He's like, arrest her. She's treason, blah, 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 blah. Dude, you were just trying to rape her. And she's the queen regent or whatever fucking it is. Like, he's dead. It's a good way to get rid of the glaring outpoints in the plot, the gaping holes in the plot. It's a good way for her to still be stupid and retarded, but then you get rid of the consequences in such a retarded way. And then the other thing that really pissed me off in this episode was the way that it ended. So Allison is willing to have Rhaenyra come to King's Landing with all her dragons and everything. There's no dragon there to protect him, right? So that the original plan was so that Rhaenyra can kill fucking her firstborn, Allison's firstborn. Aegon. But he's not there, right? So the next best thing is that Daemon goes down into the dungeons or whatever and finds fucking Otto Hightower. And fucking we've got Rhaenyra saying, I don't think I can do it. Like, shit, throughout this entire fucking thing, Daemon should be king. If she can't show strength and stuff like that, that's why there's a reason why the women don't usually do those fucking things. That's why some of the decisions that she was making make her unfit to be queen. Like, I'm going to go and fly out there and fucking go into this battle. Whereas if you die, well, then our entire cause is over. We've got no rights to the throne anymore. We're done. You need to be the one that's safe. Why would you go flying into battle and risk your life? So that decision was retarded. And then you've got the insert of sheep stealer, which I know it's not supposed to be a part of this story, or there is parts that come in and but the way that it went down was fucking horrible. I didn't like it. But just going back to the way that it ended. So Hightower's there, Otto's there, fucking Rhaenyra swings, hits him basically like there instead of chopping his head off. And he's like, oh, in pain and everything. And then she fucking swings and chops his head off. And then the guards find Alicent trying to escape with Helen, whatever her name is. And she walks in like, how dare you kill my father? And Rhaenyra's sitting there almost like with this apologetic, crying, sobbing look while she's sitting on the throne. I'm sorry. Rhaenyra should be sitting there going, you did this. You knew this was coming. You were going to allow me to come here and kill your son. He's not here. I'm going to kill your father instead. Who was probably the original creator of this whole fucking thing anyway. Despite the fact that he was a good character and a good actor portraying the character, fucking the character's a piece of shit. But Rhaenyra and fucking Alicent's sitting there. Oh, so we're on again. These two, they kiss and make up, come and kill my son, right? And take your throne. And then it doesn't quite go down the exact way that Alicent wanted to, where her sons are still alive, but her father's been killed instead. Rhaenyra takes the throne, and we're back on like Donkey Kong. Like, fuck you, fuck you. That's the look that it gives at the end of the fucking episode. And it's so fucking stupid. I haven't even read the books, and I think that's retarded. You know what should have happened? They captured Alicent. Alicent walks in, looks down, realizes what's happened, puts her head in her hands and like maybe sobs because it's her father. And like she knew that there was going to be consequences for these actions. And Rhaenyra should wipe her tears off her face. Not that she should even be crying in the first place. She's supposed to be a leader and not being upset about the fact that the person that orchestrated her fucking, her throne being usurped from her is lying on the ground dead, thank God. She shouldn't be fucking crying about this. But even though, okay, she is. Alicent walks in, she should wipe her tears and fucking like stare her down like, what did you expect? But no, it's just fucking in your feelings and fucking, this is how women act. Fucking most female arguments, I bet you they don't even know where they started and ended. Because they're so fucking in their feelings about it that they don't even know what they're even fucking arguing about. You can call me sexist all you fucking like. Seems to be the case, and they seem to be able to portray it well on fucking thing, but that just goes to show that neither of these people are intelligent. Neither of these people are fucking actually like got their faculties together when it comes to actually making any fucking decisions. And then when it comes to actually taking action and responsibility for actions and all of this kind of thing, we're just going to get in our feelings about it again and hate each other again because of it. It's so fucking annoying. And I didn't mind that first episode. There were parts of it that I didn't like with, like I said, Sheep Stealer and Jace. I didn't like the fact that Jace even died. It's kind of expected, being that any characters that you tend to like, they fucking kill. I can't stand it anymore. And I might watch the third episode just to see where it's sort of, where they go with these characters, where they go with like Alicent and Rhaenyra and them having this argument again, or whatever the case may be. But I tell you what, I might not make it past episode 3. He might want your Robert's Rebellion show, but to be honest with you, Melissa, I almost want them to, like all of Hollywood, I just want them to stop making stuff altogether until we're out of the woke, Tolkien's like a racist kind of narratives and stuff like that. It's kind of like people saying, oh, I hope they go back and they do Knights of the Old Republic. Really? I would love to see a great Knights of the Old Republic movie, show, whatever you want to do it, however you would want to do it. But don't fucking touch it, because the people that are in control aren't fucking doing a good job. None of them. Now, in regards to something like, let's say, Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, I think that that's a great show. Probably the show of the year, and Project Hail Mary's movie of the year so far for me. Fucking Knight of the Seven Kingdoms was out this year, wasn't it? Never even fucking heard of it. Rhino, been watching Animal Kingdom on Netflix? No. Which is an American adaptation of an Australian family crime drama series, which is very good, great writing, and cast of actors. Is it as good as the Oz show? I haven't seen it, to be honest with you, John. I haven't seen it. So, yeah, look, I like I said, I'm going to watch the third episode. But if it just keeps getting more stupid, then I think I've just got to let it go. Which is annoying because, this is one of those ones, fucking you weird-ass shills out there that think that we're all just retarded. I wanted this to be fucking good. I was enjoying it. And look, I'd be willing to hear people that have read the books give their criticisms on what they didn't like about stuff that I did like, and I would take it on board. I've had the situation happen where somebody has explained stuff to me and it's made me dislike it. And that's how I know that when people out there say, oh, stop destroying my enjoyment of it, means that we're telling the truth. And it was really with the Clone Wars. I used to really like the Clone Wars animated stuff, the Dave Filoni stuff. And after having conversations with Ryan and Lethal and a couple of others, they made me realize that I do have my beer goggles on when I'm watching it, and that there's a lot of bad stuff in there. There's some good stuff in there as well, but there's still a lot of bad stuff in there too. I agree that most things suck now, but they seem to know how to make a Song of Ice and Fire shows. Yes, Melissa, but like, you know, George's involvement, not that, but George's involvement in some of these things, I think, is important. Yeah. But almost everything else I'm with you on. Yeah. It's disappointing. It really is disappointing. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm going to watch the 3rd episode. We'll see what happens. We'll talk about it next week a little bit, and we'll see where we go from there. Yeah, I was never a massive fan of animation either, Prime David, but there's a couple of things, like, you know, I will say I started watching, because I never really watched it before, the Batman animated series. That was not bad. The old X-Men was really good. I know that Flash is actually watching that X-Men 97. I need to actually watch that. It's actually apparently not too bad. And that was another thing where even in the X-Men 97, they were promoting, what was the character's name, as like trans or something like this. And I didn't hear anything about it actually being touched on in the actual show. So yeah, look, there's some animation stuff out there that I don't like. I actually tried, after watching the first season of One Piece, the Netflix live action One Piece series, I tried to watch One Piece, the anime. I got like halfway through the first episode and I'm like, there's no way that I could watch thousands of episodes of this. And apparently the animation gets better after a couple of seasons or something like that. But even still, just that animation style, I just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. Anyway, that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. We're all done. Good luck to Supergirl on its 2nd weekend. It's probably going to bomb even more. It's going to be interesting to see it go from 75 million to like 100 million total. So like only another 30 million, if that. I'd be curious. It's going to be interesting to see what happens after this 2nd weekend. House of the Dragon, good luck to you. Fucking, you're killing yourself. Star Wars no one cares about, and the Odyssey looks like it's going to be absolute garbage. But Nolan's name being attached and being the story of the Odyssey, it's probably going to make a decent amount of money, which is a bit of a shame. It's a bit of a sad thing, to be honest with you, because with the wokeness, the DEI shit, all of that crap that it seems to be in this Odyssey show, I swear there's a lot of people out there that aren't paying attention, that they're going to go and see it. And the thing is that they're not paying attention to all the details going into these things, but they are paying attention enough to notice that there's a lot of bullshit going on in entertainment these days, right? And, you know, I was talking to my mate. He went and saw, with his boys, he went and saw Toy Story 5. And he's like, oh, I thought it was all right. It was fine, you know. I'm like, oh, yeah. I haven't seen it, but I just heard that they pretty much cucked Woody and Buzz. You know, they're not the leads of the movie anymore and all of this kind of thing. And they basically, you know, the white straight male thing. And he's like, oh, yeah, he didn't even really notice it. He's like, oh, yeah, like I haven't seen it. I'm telling him what I've heard from people that have seen it, saying this to him, and then he's recognizing it. And then I say, and apparently they had Buzz walking down the aisle at the end. Instead of having the girl walk down the aisle, they had the boy walk down the aisle. And then he does the, when they kiss, he lifts his leg like a woman would. And he's like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, it's a way to, what's the word? subliminally put messaging in there for the kids where the parents might just laugh it off, but they're making it okay for the kids so that when they get older, it's okay to, you know, put down the man. It's okay to feminize the man. It's okay to, you know, it's all a big plan. It's all a big part of the culture shift that they want to make. It's basically subliminal messaging that they're putting in for the normies and their kids. And the normies don't even see it until you point it out to them. And then when you point it out to them, like, oh, yeah, shit, I didn't even think about that. It's like, you know, and then his boys go home. They, I don't know. Fucking, it's just gay. That's exactly right. It's just fucking gay. So anyway, we'll see what happens with all of these things moving forward. We'll see what happens with House of the Dragon. We'll see what happens with Supergirl in a second week. And we'll see what happens with the Odyssey coming out in fucking a couple of weeks' time. Good luck to all of you. Fucking retarded. Anyway, that's it. Thanks, guys, again for hanging out. Is there anyone that we can raid? Usually Phil's around. Let's see. Let's do a quick check. Unless Anna's still streaming. Let's go to live. That's really weird. Yeah. All right, we're gonna raid Phil. Give me a second. Let me. Oh, hang on. No, we don't want to do that. Almost completely left the studio. I've just got to set the raid up. Give me 1 second here, guys. And I have been thinking about I need to do videos. I always go through this fucking shit. Where are you, Phil? There you are. Save. Fantastic. All right, guys. Thanks again for hanging out. Please do smash the like button on your way out. We'll see you next week for another Casual Rage. We'll probably be talking about House of the Dragon, probably cover Supergirl again and a couple of other bits and pieces. There'll be a bit of a lead up to the Odyssey as well. So we'll probably talk about the same things again, but just in a week's time. Thank you, everyone, and have a good day, night, evening, whatever. Later.
They came bounding over.
Fuck off! Disney! You fucking cunt!
A few minutes? Are you kidding? At the rate they're gaining?
No, what is it? You have to shoot this. Traveling through hyperspace is like dusting crops, kid. Without precise calculations, we fly too close to a store. They're bounce into a supermarket and then...
Yeah.
It'd be a hell of a mess.
What's that?
Watch. You're losing the deflector shields. Go strap yourselves in. Be careful on the way out.
Yeah, sure. I'm taking very caution.
You go away.
We bounced too near a supermarket?